Hello guys. I'm doing some late night crafting and I thought I'd take you along with me. Will this idea work? I don't know. I know I'm getting hold on one. Okay. I'd gotten a message on my cam software. I don't probably because I'm running too much crap in the background. But I'm just going to go on and hopefully this video will work out. Anyway, I have an idea, and I don't know if it's going to work or not. We're just going to see. This is a envelope that I made on my envelope punch board. I have a piece of rice paper here, plain white rice paper. Piece of extra cut off scrapbook paper of sorts, and I've got some fabric. Yeah. Okay, so this needs to go on the inside before I sew. Move the strings off here. But I don't want to cover up this spot, but I only really need to, do I need to come all the way down there? There's no plan for this. There's no prototype, there's no, this is just flying by the seat of my pants, literally. Yeah, okay, so let's put the fabric on. Let's get that situated before we deal with that. And that. Yeah, okay, so this piece is going to go for the flap. I want point. I want the pointy part. Maybe I want this side to come to the flap. Come to there. And let's see how much that. Let's see where that goes. Or let's see. Oh, that's going to be pretty, I think. Okay. Let's make sure we're okay. Yeah, let's do that. For this, because I'm going to run it through my sewing machine, I'm just going to use glue stick. Yeah, it's just to hold the fabric down until I'm done sewing. And then it doesn't matter. But I figured out I like making fabric envelopes. Need to scoot it over just a tad. Just a tad more. Is this gonna fit? Yeah, it'll do. It'll do. Let's just make sure that it's gonna show me enough. Well, it's not quite straight. That kind of helps if it's straight. Hopefully I don't muck it up right away. How about that? Okay, let's put this on the line first. Then, yeah, that'll do. Okay, and then I'm going to cut off. Do I want to cut off or do I want to fold it in? No, I'm going to cut that off. So, hello. Hi guys. Oh, okay, I'm back. It's editing a video. So, sorry about that. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and, or do I want to, you know what? I'm going to use my pinking shears. Sorry about the glass noise. Shauna has to learn how to lift up her scissors. Hope everyone's doing well. Oops. Did I cut it? Not really. Okay. And then, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and just cut this one straight, but those will not work. Those are not the right scissors. How to, probably should have folded this over and collaged a little bit onto the other side, but yeah, it's thick because it's got the embroidery on it. Okay. Just to hold that down, because that's going to get sewn all the way around. And then, okay, now that we're done with that part, now I wanted this piece, trying to get it there, I wanted this piece to be able to cover all of these, so when they fold in, it has that. So, how do I want to do it? Oh, and the envelope needs to have a hinge. So do I want to make it a fabric hinge? Could. No. I'm going to make it a paper hinge because I'm not going to be sewing it on. Well, I guess I could make it a fabric one. It needs to go like this. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, I'll use my, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to worry about the length. I'm going to just leave it and worry about that later. So I think the best way to start is to fold these out, I guess, or wait. Ugh. This is going to go over like this. This is going to go up. Yeah. Okay, so let me actually try to do this. I could glue it on there first, and then glue those, and then just cut. That's probably the safer bet. So let's just do that. Let's just glue this. Okay. Get it down there. Get this where I want it. Okay. Perfect. I think. No guarantees, okay. Throw it in as plain in his basket. Oh wait, I don't need all of that. I just need this part. Okay. Yeah, because that's going to get opened. It doesn't matter. So, let's see. Today's Wednesday, and I wasn't feeling good all last night into today, so that's why I'm late night crafting. And while I was down in my room today, or in my room sulking because I was not feeling well, this idea popped into my head. So I don't know why I'm cutting this because it's probably going to get cut again anyway. Yeah, okay, so now what I want to do is, that's on there. I want to take my scissors and not dry out my glue in the process. And I'm just going to go in where, let's cut this because I know that's okay. I just want to, there we go. See if how well I can do this. Looks like I got it. That's going to look weird now. Probably need to bring it down just a tad. It doesn't have to match exact because again, it's going to be an envelope that's closed. So how do I want it? Do I want it? I want it to, once I sew it and everything, it'll be like seamless. I want to bring this in a little bit. Probably, I did that wrong. I probably should have folded this over a little bit. I don't know. Sometimes the best laid plans. I want this all on there, but it needs to be, I wanted to have the stitch lines and everything, but I think that looks funny now. She says. And if I put it like that, that will even look funny too. I guess maybe I should do different fabric on the flaps and just worry about this one. Let me see. That's really how it's going to look, and this is going to go on there like that, and that'll get folded under too. Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know if I should scoot it over now. Then this is going to lose out. Alright, I think I'm going to find another fabric for the flaps, because it's not going to make me happy to have those cuts there. Should have thought about that, but I didn't. Warning you, this might be a long video because I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I have a vision. Really no plan. I just was crafting and I thought, well, I'll turn on the camera. You guys can see what it's really like. Yeah, because I like that. I like that coming out. And then the envelope is going to stay, it's going to be closed. So, like, what do I put there now? And in fact, now I can raise this up just a tad and fold that over so it doesn't look so straight. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That'll make me happy. Oops. This spot has had a little bit of glue to match. Oops. If this envelope makes it through my torture, it will be kind of a miracle. Okay, so now I'm going to raise this up and bring it in a little bit. So now I can fold it over. Where is my, bone folder? Yeah, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Come on. Come on. There we go. Where there's a will, there's a way. Don't need no extra bulk. This is going to go into a journal, and I don't want any extra bulk because it's going to have something a little special. It's going to do a little something. little something something. You guys will see. Hopefully, if I can pull this off. Yeah. Okay. I will cut this now. All right. Okay. Now, we need to figure out what I'm going to put. I think I'm seeing something I can do. Why not? She says. And yeah, I think, okay. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Yep, okay. So let's just put these on there. I know you're probably thinking, well, what's the difference? But because it was the same material, the straight cut it just did not, it was just not right. It just didn't look right to me. It looked too weird. Yeah, it just did. So, and if something's not looking right to you, then make it what you need it to be. Like right now, this is not okay. Yeah. What is, oh, that's straight from here. Okay. Probably going to do a lot of talking to myself. Yeah. I do that. Do you guys do that when you're in your craft space? Are you as crazy as me and talk to yourself? Because I do quite often. Of course, they say if you talk to yourself, it's because you get the best answers from yourself. I don't know how true that is, but it sounds good, right? And I've probably asked that question in my videos more than once, because I do that quite often. I mean, talk to myself, that is. How many of you will admit that you talk to yourselves? If you don't, you don't. But if you are a self-talker, are you going to admit it? That's the question. Okay. Oh, this one. Oops, sorry about that loud clanging. I'm still not used to having a glass mat. Would you believe it? Believe it. I think I need to get, there we go. We'll put that over there. We'll put that over there so I'm not clanking you guys to the whole darn video. Of course, I don't even know if I'll put this video up because maybe it's going to be off or not, or the video is not going to be good and I won't be able to post it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so that's ready. Okay, so this is ready. Get this off of there. All right, so now and I know you can see some of the white. That's fine. I can ink that if I want to. I want it to be kind of like a hodgepodge in a sort of way. So cutting that the way I did actually worked out. But I do need to cut this off. Okay. All right. Now, yeah, we'll do some inking. This will be done. Okay, this will be done. This is going to be like this. So this will be adhered down. This will be the flap of the envelope. I like it so far. I like it. I like it. Y'all like it? I hope y'all like it. If we don't like it at the end, then I can scrap it. But I think I'm going to like it. Okay, now this side, get off any yuckos. We're going to put this fabric. What do I want to put up there? Well, that's cut there. So I can't really go any further than that. Okay. That's good. Fabulous. Okay, strings galore, because I haven't, attack of the strings. Okay, that's good enough. Again, just needed to hold it. Okay, this is up. Okay, this is up. Okay, get that brown fabric pieces off of there. I don't need any residual. I want it to be clean underneath, and I'm not doing a very good job, but that's okay. Okay. I want it just right there. I love it. Okay. All right. Now, here's the caveat to this. Well, I'll cut off all that in a minute. This is where, okay, so it's gonna open like this on the page. Okay, so this side, it's not gonna, let's see. We're gonna put this in here, and I'm gonna have it, I'm gonna glue it here, here, and here, so it's fully attached to the envelope. Then I'm going to put this over this part, or actually probably, yeah, I'm going to put it halfway in. Oh, I can't do that because it won't cover the full flap. Am I going to get anything? Yeah. Maybe, let's see, do I want this piece? I don't know. I did want this piece, but I kind of wanted to go in the envelope a little bit. Well, see here. All right, let me find another piece of paper. All right, I'm back. Okay, I took out this piece of paper. So we're going to do this. Okay, so first things first is I'm going to get this prepared to do this. And we'll cut off the sides. Okay. Or wait, do I want to sew first, I think? So I'm not sewing through all that glue. Let me think. No, I kind of wanted to sew this on. But I can do the collaging of that later. Okay. All right. This is rice paper. And I'm going to just, because it's going to get sewn onto. I'm going to put it into the, just want it along the, maybe all the way over here. I'm trying to think where I'm going to sew and where I'm going to cut. I might just have to put it all the way down. Let's see how much we can get. Yeah, I can. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to glue this all the way. Okay. So glue this all the way kind of there. Make sure this is, yeah. Okay. Probably could have used a little bit more, but that's okay. It's good enough. Because when I go to sleep, okay. All right. All right. Now, actually, I'm going to go ahead and glue this a little bit further there. Might as well get it all the way on there. As far as it'll go. I'll hold it together. Okay. Now, I'm gonna cut this. Is that all the way? No. Cutting it all the way would be good. And I'm gonna cut this one. I'm like, why is it not right? And then I realized that because I didn't put the glue all the way. That would be why. I'm probably maybe doing this a little harder. Well, I'm making it a little more difficult because I'm collaging with the fabric, and I want to sew it on there because I like the feel of the fabric envelopes in my journals. So I'm just going to cut this so it's out of my way. Get out of our way. So that's number one, but I'm probably doing this a little bit. It probably looks a little unwieldy because, well, it's my first time doing this because I had no plan. And when you have no plan, that means you have not worked out the kinks. Okay. And the insert that I'm putting, I could have very well just put, what do you call it? I could have just put it in later, right, with a stiff piece of paper, but I didn't want that. I want a soft feel to the envelope, and you'll see what I mean. The rice paper and the fabric give it a softer feel than just paper, naturally, right? So, and I'm usually a person that doesn't get swayed away because something doesn't work the first time. Except for when the simple things should work, like cutting this piece of paper. And the scissors are not cooperating. Well, they were too big, number one. But, yeah. But again, I don't get swayed. I'm going to get what I want. Okay. So far, so good. So this is going to get sewn all the way around. matter. Okay. Now, I need to decide. I think I really need to do this now too. So it's all encompassing in the sewing, right? But I don't need all this paper naturally. So I'm just gonna cut. Where does this come up to? That's the question. So I'm gonna say this much. We'll come down below that. Seriously. Doesn't want to tear for me. What the heck? Probably because it's a corner and not. There we go. Does not matter. That over there. That's going to get cut off. Right like that. So that way. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to cut where it needs to be cut. So let's fold that one. Oops. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to fuss with it. Doesn't have to be perfect, Shauna. Does not have to be perfect. Okay. And then, okay, that's the sides there. Let's just make sure. Okay. Yeah, and then I'll cut that. All right. Now. And then you're probably saying, well, why didn't I just use the brown paper as the insert? Well, because I want it a little bit softer. You'll see when it's all said and done, it'll all make sense. And I'm not using my glue book, so I'm wasting glue all over my glass mat, which is what I'm trying to get away from doing. Number one, so I don't have to wipe it up every 5 seconds. And two, I don't make a sticky mess of my mat. You see how well that's working out. Drying rag over there. Cutter that I don't need out of the way. I feel discombobulated, but not discombobulated. Probably because I'm trying to do a video of something I've never done before. Good job, Sean. Good job. Of course, I don't usually plan my videos, but usually I have a better idea of how things are going to work. At least in my head I do. I am very much an intuitive artist, so that, you know, that's the promo. Okay. 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 When you work intuitively, you never know how things are going to work out. And I've had a lot of duds. I'm just saying. I'm not afraid to admit it. All right. Yep. That's going to get cut off. Okay. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. And that's getting its crease. Okay, looking good so far. I'm okay with it. Where's my? Take my pinking shears again, and I'm gonna go right up to where the paper is coming in at and redo my pinking. And that way the paper will match the envelope. Not quite enough there. Yeah, okay. I'm going to give this a little bit more glue here. So everything is nice and tight when I go to sew. And there we go. Get rid of the white. Again, I'm going to ink here in a second, so this one wants to be a pain. Okay, there we go. Happy with that. Get this down here. There we go. Okay, now that I have a mess on my table, which is okay, I'm okay with the mess. Let's put that over there. Now, let's ink a little bit before we sew. And I don't know why my nose is all. I need to cut this more. Did I not cut this side? Doesn't look like it. Does not look like I cut this side. Again, it's going to be tucked in. Not that it really matters, but you know, let's just, for cohesion's sake, let's just cut it. Okay. Little lint balls and fuzzies all over. Okay. Ink this. Again, make sure you're. I'm just going to put a little bit more glue there. I want to make sure that this has got a good, you know, it doesn't need to be like glued down, but it needs to have a good seal around the edges, so when I sew, I don't have to worry about the fabric moving out of where I want it to be. Okay, so yeah, so I'm just gonna, ooh, sorry, that was very unintentional. Okay, and I'm just gonna go around, ink all my edges. Because, yeah. Okay. I can ink that later. Let's ink here. This is going to get inked later too, but whatever. Okay. If this video turns out and I put it out on YouTube. I might put it out tonight. Yeah, so you guys have something to watch in the morning. All right, so so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video. Now I'm going to go around and I'm going to sew all around here. Each of the flaps is going to get sewn. And then I'm going to sew around, yeah, I'm going to sew around here. Yeah, to get, but from the back in. Okay, so it looks all nice and pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and let me just cut off some of this too. I don't need that big of a extra. It's all going to get cut off eventually anyway. But there we go. All right, I'm going to go and sew. I'll be right back. See how it turns out. Okay, I'm back. I'm sewn all the way around everywhere. And I've got my flap now to attach it to whatever page I'm attaching it to. It's going to go like this is the page. And it's going to attach like that. And it's going to open up here. Now, two things I've got to do. One, logistically, we now have to open up this side. And you'll know why. And I love that. That is one, I just love that. That's gorgeous. And it feels fabulous. I love it. More of these I will be doing more of these. Go in my journal for sure. For sure. And I did a pretty good job straight cutting. I wanted, it's going to get a little fuzzy around the edges and stuff because I didn't go all the way over, but it's going to stop at the stitch line. The only thing is now this side, because we have to open it, and then what am I going to put on there for a tie? Because I did not embed magnets. I'm going to put a button. I think I'm going to put a hole in here, sew around it, and put a button right there. So before we stick it on, I gotta decide if I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I think if I put a hole right, how can I put a hole in there? I mean, I could pinch it, I guess. But that's you people that are sewers, don't laugh at me. Yeah, I do sewing for crafting only. I am not a professional. Do not try this at home. What? Yeah, I think I'm just going to put a nice little let's just do this. I'm just going to put like a tiny, maybe, I wonder if these are not these may not be the right scissors to do this. There goes nothing. Perfect. Okay. Well, practically perfect. It's not perfect, but it's perfect enough. It's practically perfect. Well, no, it's a little less than practically perfect. But, yeah. So we're going to ink that. Let's do that so I feel comfortable with that. I'm going to sew around this spot, too, on my sewing machine. I like my little diamond spot there. Yeah. Give this I'm gonna give this an inking everywhere there's sewing. Let's make it a little more rustic, worn and old. Like, I want it to be, yeah. And oops, that's okay. That'll get glued down eventually. I'm just gonna kind of hold that a little bit. This is not to be seen, but what the heck? Make sure that's a little bit too stringy. white. That's our flap. Okay. Now I can breathe because I already made the hole, and it is what it is, and I kind of like it. It's a diamond shape. It'll be fine for a button to be put on there. Now I got to go away and pick a button that I'm going to sew on there. Well, you know what? I'll do that off camera. And but I'll sew a button on here that'll go in there. I'm happy about that. But now we have to open up this side. And I'm going to need my ruler for sure. And I kind of want to salvage the stitching there. So I think if I cut on the other side of the stitching and then slice through the stitching and then put some glue on the stitching. Is that what sound like a plan? I think it sounds like a plan. I think it sounds like a fabulous plan. What's the worst that can happen? Don't answer that. Okay. Okay. Then the envelope is going to be open now, but I got to get through the stitching and try to salvage it. I think I can. Yeah, I think I can. I'm going to lose it there anyway. God bless it. So much for... I did not think ahead and sew those before I put the inner... Remember the paper, the inside paper that I put on? I did not... yeah. But that's okay. Just loose stitching on the one side. I can't salvage it. I was hoping to. That's okay. It is what it is. Sometimes best laid plans, and if it doesn't go right, it's okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little bit of sewing. Not sewing, gluing. Let me get out the random threads that are hanging out in here. Okay, first things first, get out your Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1, and we want to get between, oh, there it is. If you see, there's the paper I laid down, right? And here's the flap part of this envelope. I'm going to put this down, put some glue in there, and then get this bone folder, and I'm going to glue that to that, because that was the whole purpose of having, well, yeah, you'll see in a minute. Okay. And then you probably can already tell. I'm going to give this a little bit of help here. Now I want to, because this is no longer sewed now, sewn. But let's get this part glued and dried. It's going to work, but note to self: sew the back piece on before you do anything else. There's an order to everything. 1, 2, 3, and I apparently skipped number 1. I'm just saying. Okay, so that's sewed now, but I do want to put a little bit more glue now on the back side of the envelope and this back fabric. If I can figure out why it's not, there we go. It's Still got partial glue on there from the glue stick. But as we know, glue stick is not necessarily forever. And I want to make sure that this is glued. Since it can't be sewn, because Shauna messed it up, went out of order, you know, there's that. We won't talk about that though. Shh, don't tell nobody. Okay. And here I'm gonna slice off as much of the, not slice, but yeah, well, cut. I want it to be so flush you would not know that there's something there. Okay. I'm not cutting paper, I'm just cutting fabric. Don't freak out, I'm not using my fabric scissors for paper. Alright, so now that's sewn. No, now that's glued. Okay, now I'm going before I close this, let me close this. Before I glue this down, because I'll just use my Fabri-Tac and I'll glue it down, and then we'll have an envelope. I'm going to bring this and put a button on there. So then, the point of the thing is, let me find something, you know, that's thin enough. Oh, here, this will work. So we'll have this pocket here, right? Nobody's really the wiser. I mean, you know. I stitched into the pockets or the sides a little bit, but I did that on purpose. So they'll have this spot here, and then I'm going to put a secret letter in here. Okay, it'll be in here, but you won't know that it's there. See, haha! You will see a little bit there, and that's cool. Yes, yep. That's awesome. So, and then it'll go onto the page like this, and then they'll have an envelope, and then we'll ink that, and it'll be done. So, let me. I did another envelope. I haven't done the flip through yet of that one, but I did do another envelope. Although I'm happier with this one. But I'll show you, I did do another envelope in here. Let's see, where is it? Here. So see, this one I just paper clipped in. But let's see, I did the same thing. That one was a business envelope, but it feels, and it's kind of crunchy. Yeah, I like it. You'll be seeing the flip through on my channel hopefully tomorrow. I need to do that. So that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to share. I'm done. I'm going to go off and finish this envelope. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you stuck out the whole time, and if you give this a go, let me know. Talk to you later. Bye. Love you all.